And there goes the textures. Now they're loading.
Everything is loading and trying to, but it's like dying.
Except your textures haven't loaded in yet. Oh,
yeah, nothing else is loading in. I can see like part of the articulated drill arm. I can see like the two utility vehicles.
I'm up in space where I don't have to deal with that.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna try to make it up there soon.
Oh, it's trying to load. Do it. Did my game crash? Oh,
you're still moving.
Oh, it's trying.
Are you actually printing a large ship?
Of sorts.
Ship is kind of a stretch. I think more accurate is car.
You're making the
we finished
the pill bug.
We finished the mega tumbler.
Yeah, right. And I need to actually put in this blueprint because I made even more modifications last night after we got off.
You changed it more? What'd you do?
For one thing, I realized that we forgot to add ore detectors, so I found a place to put them.
Oh, yeah, that's minor details.
Also, when I was doing a quick test run of the drilling system, I noticed that it was very hard to see what was going on underneath at night. So I put a bunch of lights on the bottom.
Yeah.
The only issue is that we'll have to add those lights in manually.
Bro, the amount of entities this is trying to load is like dying.
This is John we're talking about. You ask him what modifications. The proper question is, what modifications didn't he add?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And also, like, in the process of all that and realizing that, like, there are probably just certain, like, formations and structures and things that this 3D printer can't print, I realized, well, what if I just made another script to, you know, just read off and just print out to a text, you know, panel just all the blocks that haven't been built yet on a projector grid, because you can at least do that. And then I thought, why make that a separate script?
Yeah, so you scripted even more.
Exactly.
I see.
And also, I haven't quite finished implementing that. So...
Are we just gonna hit the go button and see what happens?
Well, right now I don't even think I've added the script to this world yet, but, yeah, I need to do some finishing up on that coding front, and then...
Oh, yeah, you haven't even put it into that programming block.
But in the meantime, I figured something like you and Clark texted me saying he'll see us, so I assume he'll be on shortly.
In some modicum of time.
Yeah. But anyway, in the meantime, I figure it would probably be a good idea if we see about making this, this welding spinny thing maybe 4 arms instead of 2.
Yeah, excuse me. I was gonna say, yeah. But we should,
that would make it weld things faster.
Yeah.
And I figured, well, hey, why don't you guys do that while I finish up this code?
In other words, hey Jake, here's something to do so you don't press the go button. Am I wrong?
I mean, to be fair, that hadn't occurred to me, but now that you mention it, it's probably a better idea than I thought. Okay, let's see where. Mega Tumbler. This is the 7th blueprint I've made of this thing.
I mean, we've done a lot of iterations of it.
Yeah,
most,
I know.
Most of them were small tweaks after the big tweak.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, most of the tweaks I did last night were, after we got off, were small tweaks. I think I tweaked the skid plates on the front just a little bit. Added a missing plate on the front that I spotted, and mostly just added the 2 ore detectors, which, by the way, large grid ore detectors have a range of 150 meters.
I think that's triple the small
Yeah,
grid.
and I also put them on the bottom of this vehicle, so they're as close to the ground as possible.
Nice.
And when I was testing them out last night, they immediately discovered cobalt underneath an ice lake. It's like,
I
oh!
see. I see.
It's like, well, that might have been useful.
Right. So
Yeah, I know. I will
How
do
many-
that later.
how many blocks out is it on each side?
Oh, it is, no, I don't remember. It was like,
mentioning, right?
let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 17.
That I'm checking your math. 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. He didn't lie. Awesome.
I didn't mess up my count.
Yes.
Okay.
I was about to question whether or not you should call counting math, but that's literally what math is. It's just advanced counting.
Yeah, it's counting, but in way more complicated ways.
It's just more efficient counting. That is all math is.
Yeah.
Bro. Stop it! I hate when they like point straight out for no reason.
Oh.
It's really annoying.
Okay.
Cease.
Eh. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
there's Mr.
Hello.
Clark. Hello.
Make sure you're
Hello?
not... There we go.
He's alive.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, so it took me forever to install Space Engineers, but I got it now.
Nice.
That sounds about right.
Yep, and also I would not be surprised if you have to do to Space Engineers what you did to Phasmophobia yesterday.
Oh, I turned everything down to stupid levels. Down to the lowest on everything, and then off if possible. We'll see how many FPS it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna guess. Let's all try and guess. I'm gonna say 28 frames per second.
I was thinking 3, but that works too.
28.5.
28.743.
Okay, now I'm making sure that there is no other stuff on. Yeah, I should turn off System 32. I don't need that.
Uninstall that garbage. No one needs that trash.
Yeet.
I remember one time my dad was troubleshooting my grandma's laptop where the OS just completely broke on it, and eventually after a whole lot of troubleshooting he found out that she had accidentally renamed a system file.
Oh,
How do you even do that?
How do you do that?
I don't know. This was also like 10 years ago, so...
I renamed the entire System 32 file.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Okay, it's going.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Be a clerk when you get on. There is a task that you can help Jacob with.
Alright, I placed down all of the scaffolds for all the welders. Now we just gotta build them.
Yep. That's what the utility
On
ships
paper,
are for.
what we could do is we could just build, like, we could just turn the machine and it should build itself.
Oh, also I need to join your game.
Yes.
Just sitting here with a funny look on my face will not help. Space Engineers.
The welders will only weld each other if they are above a certain build threshold. That is a random quirk that I discovered last week.
Let's see if I can actually move now.
Loading, please wait.
That's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
What do you mean if you can actually move now? What's going on?
Oh, I was just kind of stuck in the cryopod for a while.
Ah.
By the way,
This might help.
Clark, I'm excited for you to see the thing John and I built.
Cool.
Or at least designed. We haven't built it in game yet.
That's the plans for tonight.
Indeed.
Okay, and last projector. Okay. Projectors.
All right, it's still going. Now, it might be faster. I don't know. Because the last time I tried it on my computer was like before we got this new hard drive.
Yeah.
So it might actually work this time.
Oh, new hard drive
Don't
will
be
help.
surprised if it doesn't.
What are the specs on his rig?
I don't remember.
Bad.
Old.
I have an integrated graphics card.
I think he has
No.
8 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, I got 8 gigs of RAM. I think, yeah, I have an integrated NVIDIA graphics card from at least 6 years ago.
Oh, nice, nice.
Update.
Which is basically a potato at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're at the point in the loading please wait screen when it stops spinning, which implies it's almost done. Yeah!
Okay, I got good news and I got bad news.
Yes?
Good news. I think I got a couple blueprints we can work with to deal with the drone fleet.
Okay.
Bad news, we aren't printing it. At least not with a printing contraption. We're going to need to just use a projector and welding ships to pull this one off.
Okay. And why do you say we can't print it?
Size.
How big is this thing?
Big.
Is it bigger than what you described as the pill bug?
Looking at the pill bug, it's half the size of the small ship I have available for you.
Ah.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm doing the really stupid jiggling thing where I'm like falling through the world a bunch.
Yeah, you're currently standing, and I'm staring at you.
Well, everything around me finally started rendering. I got to see a nice
Cool.
picture of the mountains. Yeah. Let's try to move now and see if that doesn't kill anything.
Oh, that's trash.
But you're
No, can't,
moving.
can't do it.
You are moving on my screen, actually.
You gotta
Well,
give it a
I
while.
can't see any.
Just give it a bit to load.
Okay, I am in. Yeah, there we go. I am on something. I can see you looking at me. My
Nice.
FPS is like 3.
Do you have a frame counter on?
Oh, no, I don't. I can look that up.
Steam should have an integrated frame counter, if I'm not mistaken.
Projector. It's not
John, I am stuck. I have no jetpack fuel and I can't
Oh.
jump onto the scaffolding.
Well, then just, no. Yeah.
By the way, the smallest ships I have to offer you are the Warfare Red Ship refits,
Ooh, I can move!
which are made out of light armor,
Hey,
might I add.
where's Mr. Clark? Where you at?
Okay,
I see him.
options. Oh, I should send you some screenshots of this. It's horrible. Okay, was it get display? Is that where the FPS meter is going to be?
It should be in the Steam.
Oh,
hold on.
hit oh, what is it? Not A. Shift F11.
Okay, wait a minute.
Just hit Shift F11 in the game, Clark. It will bring up a bunch of stats.
Ooh, okay.
And one of them would be the FPS.
Hey, FPS says it's 38. We'll see about that.
What is the what is the UPS?
UPS? Oh, well, there's the stupid bot information is in front of it. UPS 37,
Oh, okay.
47. What does that mean?
That is
Oh, that's
basically
updates per second, isn't it?
probably, yeah. I never realized that. It's probably that.
Yeah, physics updates. So why
service.
why would you ever want the frames and the updates per second to be slightly off? Wouldn't
Good
they have
question.
to be like
I don't know. This game.
Actually, they're kept separate for a very specific game design reason, because if your frame rate is tied to the physics update, it would mean that you'd be running at a different speed than everybody else, which would give you a distinct advantage.
Oh.
so I yeah,
It
so
would
I
also result in, well,
physics
enemies
max up
on
differences.
the if you're the one hosting, it would result in enemies moving a lot faster for you than everyone else, and everyone dying to things they can't see.
That's funny. Okay, that
And
would be
that's how
why.
old games worked, and that's why things move a lot faster when you boost the frame rate.
Okay. So there is a
Good
reason
point.
for that.
Fun bit of game design history I looked into.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, what do you guys have for me today?
See the giant projection and the giant printer?
No, I'm looking at the mining rig right now.
Well, look to your left.
Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time.
Boom. Chris
Oh.
Cross.
Yeah, we were building this last time.
Yeah, we are
Yes.
building out another arm of the, for the printer. Help
Wow.
Jake with that.
Do
I
you
need to
some
finish.
things welded or what?
Yep.
Actually, it'll weld itself momentarily.
No, I mean the platform on the bottom.
Yeah, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you can do
platform
that.
on the bottom, feel free to weld that. That's primarily actually just a guide, for, where the, arms
For the
swing around.
truck.
So it doesn't matter if it isn't welded?
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't actually matter if it's welded or not, but,
But it looks prettier if it is.
it would
Okay.
look a bit prettier and also be more stable, so it doesn't get destroyed as easily.
Well, we have the metal for it.
Yes,
We have technology.
I need to get back to
We're
scripting real
not
quick.
cavemen, says Patrick. We have technology.
Says Patrick.
Smashing it.
Okay.
It is true. He
Yeah.
was using technology when he, took the computer and smashed things against the wall.
But that's not how technology works.
Didn't ask,
He
don't
was-
care.
He was using the computer, just not for its original.
Okay.
Wow,
what
are you stuck on?
projectors dot add near.
Oh, I was crouching the whole time? Crap. No.
No.
Okay. The active projectors. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. This is gonna take
One
me.
up this time. You got that stuck in my head now.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
welcome.
good.
This is what I'm going to do because if I have computer issues, I can't screw it up.
Send.
Of course, if you want to go for one of the larger ships, that could provide an advantage in combat. The battle cruiser I have, its wings are comparable to, well, you know that thing you're trying to project on the printer? That would be about one of the wings jutting off the side of it, if not maybe half of it.
I feel like that's something better built in space.
Precisely. And that's why I'm saying a 3D printer, we can't build something big enough within a reasonable time frame to 3D print the ship. And we'd have to have welding
Yeah.
chips and a projector to make this thing work. And a crap ton of ice pulled up from the surface.
Well, that's why
Well, good thing we're on
well,
a giant
yeah.
ice bed.
we're building
Precisely.
something to help with all of that. Yes. Okay. Okay, and okay. Block.
Just to make sure I don't screw over your printers, I'm going to hop onto a creative world to just work on blueprints we might be able to use.
Okay.
Purple prints. They're like blueprints, but better.
Hey, John, it's not welding itself.
Uh,
So I put all of these welders that are incomplete as a part of the block group, and then turn the
Right.
whole block group on.
well, do they have?
Turn on
Do we have the components to
everything.
weld all these welders together?
Yeah, I've built all of them. I'll queue more. Maybe we need motors. That might be it. Hold on.
Okay. And also, right, projector states. Okay, let's see if this crashes. Looks like you got the welders built.
Yeah, almost one moment.
Not.
Looks like they're all built.
Yeah.
Well, the welders are built. I'm just making the housing.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna make it day.
So, for some reason, the welders aren't. So I'm noticing that it seems like the welders aren't actually pulling material from the base, which is weird.
Yeah, that's intentional.
Oh, it's intentional. Okay.
Yeah, they're set to not use the conveyor system specifically so that the printer can control exactly what's in its inventory.
Oh, okay.
That's how it actually keeps track of what's in what
Wait,
blocks are missing.
do we not have any more steel plates?
Yeah, I was looking at that. Like, where did they go?
Okay, I'll just make some more.
Yeah. So, since they're getting paid to dispose of this medical waste, and then they have a special procedure to make sure that like all the grossest pollutants don't go straight into the atmosphere. He was like, yeah, the electricity that this produces is a little more expensive than what you'd get on the grid, but since they're paying us to get rid of it, we could, just burn all this stuff for fun and still make money. And I thought that was another really interesting, like, okay, there's some trash you just can't recycle. It doesn't matter how hard you try, so just burn it. You get your energy back.
Burn it.
Embrace the cleansing fires, Holy One.
Yeah.
Okay, no need to go whole exterminatus on us, alright?
Yeah. Well, like,
Speak for
okay,
yourself.
would you... really? My energy is low? Yeah, so would you rather have maybe a little bit of extra carbon dioxide, or would you rather have microplastics in the atmosphere and in your lungs forever? I think that's kind of where I am. Yeah, I'm out of steel plates. Do you want me to, like, bottom out, like, fill out this entire platform with steel plates? Is that, like, the goal?
So, I just queued up like 3,000 steel plates. That should be enough for a while.
It's not enough. The factory must grow.
Queue up 10K. Do it.
Okay, I've quickly
Well, do we
shoved
even
this
have
script
enough iron
together.
for that, though?
Oh, yeah.
We will
Okay.
see how much everything breaks. My definition base is prohibited. What? Okay, I got part of the script working.
that
I think I
reminded
may
me
have
of?
run into a bit of a
It
problem.
reminded me of that meme where it's like, send the first rat to the moon, boys! And he just shoots a rat out of like a tube at like Mach 5.
It's a, oh, yeah. Boom!
Yeah, I'm gonna figure
No,
that out later, but
there's
no,
a
that'll
there's a
be
method of
okay.
space travel.
Just need
Just
to
freaking
figure out
launch me.
why.
Okay, fish cannon.
Guys?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try to fix this problem, but I ran into a weird problem with the script where I think there's too many welders.
Are you kidding me?
Too many toasters.
It literally is saying the script is taking too long to run when it tries to restock all the welders.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
Granted,
So,
I think I can
here's-
fix that.
You just cut
Well,
off 2 of the arms,
dude,
make it
how
just a
about
straight
I
line.
disconnect all of like or just disconnect the first welders on the sides. That way, none of them can actually be refilled on the sides. That way,
All right, did that send?
Well, I think I might have a way of fixing
yeah,
this.
okay.
I just have
See if-
to
I
It's
just
it's
have
under
to
the memes
do a little
section.
bit. So don't
Oh, and then there's
break
yeah,
anything yet.
What?
something's happening.
The frames are bad.
This isn't even frames. This is like latency.
Whoa.
I'm going like slow-mo, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're in a Matrix movie now.
yeah. Oh, well, it seems like we're good now.
Oh dear me.
The script is too complex.
It was making the game lag.
Pressing start lagged the game.
How big
no,
is this script, Jonathan?
I turned
Wow.
off the programming block and the game
Just for
stopped lagging.
reference, Clark,
Yeah.
the character limit for scripts in Space Engineers is 100,000 characters. He's past the halfway mark.
You okay? You're writing a book? Wow.
Well, this script does a lot of stuff.
It's like 11,000 lines or something.
Wow. It had
not
better.
11,000. It's like how many lines is it? Like 1,100.
That's easily a longer program than any program I have ever written in my entire
Well,
life.
it's good
and
to
you wrote
know
it for
that,
Space Engineers.
Well, it's good
Yes.
to know that I now know where things are not optimized.
You mean like all of it?
In other words,
Oh,
I have to
good.
actually optimize the script a bit.
Don't you have to do memory management stuff because it's C?
This is C sharp.
Oh, so no.
Yes, thankfully no.
Imagine writing in C.
Our ancestors did it.
Yeah, I know.
By ancestors, I mean like the 80s.
I was gonna say it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
Yo, back in the day, you used punch cards, my guy.
I'm really happy I didn't have to do that.
My dad had to do that a little bit, and he was like, it was awful.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see. Here I am, just like learning Python and stuff like that. I'm like, this is so easy.
yeah, and you know, your toothbrush has like the computational capability to like crack the Enigma code. We're just so used to everything being cushy.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like writing in binary and hexadecimal, we got like all these,
Gag me.
got like all these high level programming languages.
Okay, that's
So,
curious.
Jonathan,
So long
once
story
I-
short, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of optimizing on the code to get this thing to work.
So, Jonathan,
Which means I'm not gonna deal with that tonight.
All right, so I've
Wow,
updated
so you can't
the
even, like,
mini frigate.
Comment it out, and like we can just run it the way it was.
I mean, all that I added here was just some extra printout stuff for projector blocks. That's all I've really added. It's just that there's so many welders and this grid has gotten so complex that I'm gonna have to change up the code a bit so that it handles everything piece by piece.
Okay, so
In other words, it's possible for me to make this work, it just, I don't want to deal with it.
in other words, just undo what I just did, so that way it works.
Was
Right,
it
at
even
least it
working
worked.
before we added another arm? I don't remember.
Well, here, I'll just make all of the like not in the functional state, and then we'll.
So, Jonathan, do you want
Well,
me
if
to
you make
fill
them
this?
all in the non-functional state and then remove them from the block group, that would make that would make it ignore them.
Yeah,
Do you want me to fill this platform in, or is it good that it's the outline? Because I could start putting more down. Hello?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
This is sorry. What is it, freaking Canadian?
Sorry, what was that, Clark?
I finished welding the platform thingies you already have down. Do you want us to fill this in, or does it matter?
No, you don't need to fill it in. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Welders, printer.
Are you doing the block group thing?
Yep, I'm doing it.
Alright, thank you.
Well, I want to try driving this, mining rig around.
What mining rig?
I mean,
When
your
we build
big
it.
mining arm. Maybe I could get some more ice without breaking stuff.
Oh, that thing.
What is it called?
Yeah. Well, also
Articulated
more
drill
metal.
arm.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
so that
so
reduced the
creating
number
an
of welders by half.
So, Clark, press 2 to turn on the drills, and then press 1 again to be
And
able
I'm gonna
to
disable the. I'm gonna disable all the new
I'm
code that I
just
just
looking
added.
at it from the perspective is really how do you drive this?
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, because it shows like the entire base, and then I have to zoom in on it just to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's kind of
You want to have to hit the V button to just view it from the seat.
press V.
Yeah. I think that's easier.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna disable the projector code that I was working on because I mean
quick heads up,
it will
I
work
have
perfectly
updated
fine
the-
without it. It's just
Oh.
that
Just for the sake of simplicity.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we turn it on, and we turn the drills on. Yeah, forward and backward.
So, John, now we know that this needs to be optimized for scalability.
Yes, I know that now. I have
Yeah.
various ways to make it do that, but that would require a lot of reworking of parts of the code, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that tonight, and I don't know how long
Right.
that will take.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Because in my mind, it's like I just want to build big cars.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to get this thing built and get us out of here.
Like we spent like a week or two actually designing this thing.
Yeah. So now I'm just like, we did it. Let's just get this thing out of here.
Right? Let's get it built. Let's go to space. I don't know.
Let's go to space.
As a heads
Yeah,
up, I
Clark,
have
you'll be
updated
amazed at
the
this,
UNSC
megaton
frigate. It is, well, still made out of light armor and slightly larger than the default red ship. It's got 2 artillery cannons. Let's see, that's 4,
Okay.
6 assault cannons, and 4 Gatling turrets for point defense.
What are we doing?
Also,
Oh
I
yeah, and
think
it's
I
got
may
the
have actually.
nose
Well,
mounted,
yeah.
mounted railgun. Because, of course, it has a nose-mounted railgun.
Every nose needs a railgun.
It's a UNSC ship. They're all literally built around a railgun.
That's the cool factor. Am I actually picking up any ice?
Kind of.
Where is
Yeah.
the restock welder?
Okay. Because
Function
I don't want to
call.
break
Where
it.
is
I
it?
don't know how I broke it the last time, but I
You
You
went too
broke it by
fast.
using it.
done a
You
really
have
good job at
You
that.
have to stop every once in a while and check on the state on the piston head attached to the drills, because that will just wear down over time. And if you don't check on it, it will break and the drills will fall off.
And
Yeah,
have
I did that like
available.
4 times. Now
Okay.
I'm slowly moving it over.
Okay, let's try this again. On.
Oh, that's right, John. I haven't actually seen this script work with the whole assembler thing.
Oh, okay. And it's not lagging.
Yay!
Is it gonna go down?
Well, we don't have the components for all of these. We don't have the stuff to... Well, I mean, I don't know if we need to make explosives. We need to set up this button panel here so that we can actually control this thing. This is the long and the short of it. And also, I might have actually figured out what was causing it to lag out. It might have been the new code.
I see.
Which means we might be able to still get this to work even with all the welders.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll still
Yeah.
work, right?
Yeah, it'll still work. It'll just be a bit slower.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. Well, let's do this then. Okay, thinking. So now we have to set up these button panels so we can actually control this thing. Let's see. We set up the button panels again. Right, so, okay. Numpad, text, numpad, text, numpad, text, numpad, text. Okay, so this will be, weld. Okay. Retract. Next, ignore and
Alright, you want to do another
reset.
maintenance check here?
Ignore.
Sure, I'll take a peek for you.
As I hear
Looks
thudding
good.
behind me.
Cool. I'm just gonna take the top layer off and then go one layer at a time. Because I really don't
Okay.
want to find out
3.5.
how hard this thing can go.
And
Yeah, fair enough.
center
Okay.
3.5.
Also, I don't want to drill myself off the cliff. I don't think I can do that, though.
You can't.
Okay, 3.5.
As entertaining as that would be.
Yeah.
Also, how do I know how much stuff I'm actually
You don't.
mining? I don't.
You don't.
Well,
You just
uh,
mine.
Here's hoping that it's helpful.
Yep.
Because I can only see
Center.
the holes where the ice flows used to be.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. I see
Program.
what's
Oh
going on.
dear, there's like 5 programming blocks in this thing. Large printer. There we go. Okay. Large printer program. Okay, run with weld. Run with extend.
Also, where's the hydrogen go in our
Retract.
hydrogen tanks? Like, do we have hydrogen tanks for this?
Run with
Correct.
ignore.
Okay. So,
And
a lot of this ice just isn't being turned into
reset
anything.
a-
It's not like the hydrogen disappeared.
No, it exists.
Okay, good.
Also, this truck we're building has 6 large hydrogen tanks on it, just so you're aware.
That should be good.
It's totally hydrogen powered
That's
with
interesting.
a few batteries just as a backup. When I say a few, I mean quite a few, but because it's big. But
Right, but in
Oh,
comparison.
darn you.
yeah, I offered that we put a jump drive on it, but John said no.
Yeah, Jonathan's being boring.
Yeah, why wouldn't I want to be able to space jump with a car? I mean, this thing can go to space, like, really easily. And back because it's hydrogen engines. It's so
Something
basically it's
else
like
may
it's
have,
literally a giant turtle where it's like you can fall from any height.
right. I think I
It'll
may
be
have
just
broken
fine.
something else
An
with some of the
impact
changes
on
I
the
made.
ground, if
I
you land
will
on your
just
wheels, you are
Comment that
fine.
out. Where is it?
But if you land on your back,
There it is.
literally the entire thing gets destroyed. There is nothing left.
Where was it?
Oh, so you really mean turtle?
Yes, dead ass.
Great.
There is no meme. It is like a turtle.
Okay.
If you get flipped on your back, you are dead.
You
End
are
of story.
toast.
End of discussion.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
commenting
God
out.
really needs to issue a patch on that.
I'm commenting out more code because I realized something else I
Turtles.
put in here
They
actually
need a
just straight up
buff.
broke the system.
The turtles need to be nerfed. They're too powerful.
Flips it on its back. Never mind, they need a buff.
Okay. That seems to be working. Said ignore. Okay. Ignoring explosives, gravity, medical, reactor, and superconductor, and thruster. Okay, let's check the production queue for the assemblers. They queued up all the stuff that we don't want.
Well, yeah. Same thing.
Okay. Actually, it looks like it's detecting it. Well, it's successfully restocked all the welders with everything else we need, so that's good.
Good.
Okay. And with that, large,
Energy low.
here I'm just gonna projector, large printer, on off, and also projector.
I love, John, the evolution of this printer. We started with a really cringy articulated welder arm to
Yeah.
a small scale 3D printer to this thing with
Yeah.
a full blown script.
Yeah. All right. Well, the moment of truth.
Press el botonerino.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, start.
There we go. What?
Is it welding?
Excuse me?
Oh, really?
What are you welding?
Well, I broke it again. How? I'm really good at that.
Nice job. 10 out of 10.
Ah, what did I even
Detecting
do?
something. What is detect?
What is it welding?
Well,
It's trying to weld the other welders.
It's also
I heard
detecting
you like welding, so I welded the welder.
It's detecting
So you can
something it
weld
shouldn't be
while you
detecting. I'm
weld.
not sure. Hang on a moment.
Okay, well,
Fred.
that piston arm is
All right, turn
wow.
off the welders.
So I'm just gonna break like the first welders next to the center. That way it doesn't try and weld them.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna turn all the welders off. Just make sure they're all off, because I think the incomplete ones were on.
Oh, that would do it.
Okay. Also, the
There we go. They
the
won't
sensor
weld
may
them
have
now.
been picking up something incorrectly.
No, I think what happened was it welded those two, then they were on, so they thought they were detecting something. So it's like, what are we trying to weld?
No, the sensor's detecting something it shouldn't be detecting. Let me check it real quick. More bugs, great. What are you set for here?
The bugs are everywhere.
Bottom extent,
You
yeah.
just want to cockroaches.
Front, back extent, yeah. Front extent, detect that, small ships,
Yeah,
large
well,
grids.
I snapped the stupid arm off.
That's fine. Just a quick buff, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
What
So I
is it
can't
detecting?
move these things again. I have to like disassemble it and then build it again.
Yes, you need to break all those down. Break this piston on like the front piston. Make a new piston.
Well, the piston already broke.
Oh, I know. Like destroy.
Oh, look at that.
You're dead.
How did that happen?
Why are you dead?
Oh, it's because I got hit by the giant rock that was released. That's funny.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
What?
should have seen that coming.
What are you hitting?
It's not hitting anything. The sensor is picking up something it's not supposed to be picking up. I'm not sure what, though.
Can we just like not deal with the sensor and break it for right now?
I'm gonna disable the code that changes the sensor settings, and we're just gonna set it manually.
Okay. This is what happens when you feature pack your code. Things break.
Yeah. Well, hey, I tried to make it as, you know,
No, it's
extendable
really
as
cool.
possible.
Yeah,
And
body location. Does that body have, you know,
I tested
my
it in a
stuff?
pretty sterile environment, too, so...
Yeah, you did. No, actually, but seriously, it's a really cool script.
Well,
you.
I added 50,000 ice.
Okay, I'm
which
just
is apparently
disabling
not that
all
much.
the code that changes the sensor settings. Thank goodness for comments. Thank goodness for the ability to comment out code. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, and I think I have a hunch as to what might be going on, which is why I was disable this sensor setup. Basically, I think the sensor might be detecting the sides of the entire rig. And because of how everything has to work, basically, if it detects the sides of the rig, it will, it will basically think it's hit the bottom when it does that.
Oh.
Hmm.
So,
Energy
I'm gonna
low.
manually, enforce the sensor range myself. To, let's say, 10 meters in every direction. Instead of having it try to calculate it automatically. But you mean, the calculation and all that is working correctly. I think it's just, something else was going amok. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Alright, so far so good. And... still hasn't detected it yet. Okay, I think I need to increase it. I think I need it 10 meters in every direction. Sensor. Okay, well, good news is, I made it stop detecting things erroneously.
Nice.
By making it stop detecting anything at all, apparently.
You can't be wrong if you don't try.
Yeah.
Thomas Edison. He didn't
Back
fail
extent,
2,000 times. He
back
found 2,000 ways
extent is
not to make a light bulb.
6.5.
Yes.
Back extent is 6.5. Where's the sensor? 5. So just for curiosity. No, right, well, that part of the code is still active. Oh well. Yeah, I'll just leave it. Alright, so it should be able to detect the grid now. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be weirded out. Why is it not detecting what's directly below it? That is so weird. Oh! I just realized why.
What happened?
It literally can't extend far enough.
Oh my gosh.
It's like maybe half a block too far up because the pistons literally can't go any further.
That's funny.
That's
Oh
what's
my
going
gosh.
on.
Are you
Oh
telling
my
me
gosh.
that we have to disconnect this
No,
whole...
no.
or
Okay,
there's,
good.
There's solutions. Don't worry. There's solutions.
just build up another block? Wait,
Yeah.
no, that's too high.
I just have to extend the sensor range. That's all I have to do.
Okay.
By just a
Good.
little bit.
I was about to say, no.
No!
But that's a hilarious edge case that I didn't think about.
That is really funny, actually.
Yeah. It was like literally half a block too high. And that's the thing. And there it goes. Okay. Now it's welding and it's doing its thing. It should start going up after half a rotation. Oh, I was getting nervous there for a moment that the new code for the welding logic wasn't working. It is working. I'm relieved. Okay. Well, there she goes. And there we go. It's welding.
Be nice.
Alright, all systems are go. Thank goodness. We'll just have to check the projector manually afterwards in order to see if it's missing anything. But yeah, it's welding.
Hooray!
Wheel could not be placed. Yeah, we might have to do a few things about that.
Do we have rubber for that? Like, before you build this giant ship, are we missing any resources?
Huh. Okay. Gosh darn it, we keep running into edge cases.
Lol. Also known as real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it built the wheel block before it could actually rotate on top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Racking my brain
Each
to try to
one
figure
of
out how
these-
that works. Or how to fix that.
Each one of these miners has this 60,000 block of ice that wasn't properly transferred. So I will be making many, many trips.
Okay, there we go. I at least got it to move up.
Energy critical.
Okay, now it's above the wheels at least. It looks like some things are not gonna. We're gonna have to weld manually. Some things. Ah,
Fuel low.
and there it goes. Okay, we're missing a metal grid. Let me guess, it queued it up, right? Production. Yep, it queued up metal grid.
Are the wheels gonna be made?
The wheels couldn't be placed, probably because they're either too close to the ground or they were touching the scaffolding around.
My guess is too close to the ground.
Yeah, well, we might just have to dig out underneath this thing.
We could just place the wheels on it, it's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll have to manually add the wheels and then weld them ourselves, but that's fine. Also, I don't think we can
Not the
actually
other
build
world.
metal grids.
So, Jonathan,
What requires metal grids?
what do you mean can't be deposited?
Oh. We need to find metal grids.
Jonathan, we can't
Yeah.
make those.
No, we can't. That's a big problem because you know what those are used for?
That's a huge problem.
Those are used for
Right.
the thrusters.
Why
that's
can't you
used
make
for-
metal grids?
Because we don't have cobalt.
Oh, great.
I have an idea. I'm
Let's salvage the utility vehicle.
The utility vehicles don't have metal grids in them.
Yeah, they do. They have hydrogen thrusters.
Not the large kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are, I guess they do. But not enough to build the thrusters on that thing. Long story short, we need to find cobalt. I have an idea of how we might be able to do that. Actually, I have two ideas.
Build
One
a large
involves-
grid or detector.
Yes, large good ore detector, put it on the base. Just put it on various locations around the base. That's the goal. See if we can find anything.
Why can't I move stuff into the main inventory through the control seat?
Because the control seat isn't attached to the rest of the grid's inventory.
Oh, so then when I'm mining all this stuff, it isn't actually going into the inventory.
It's going into the drills, which is then going into the pistons and then through pipes underneath you.
Okay, because now that the pistons broke off again, and there's these huge blocks of ice, and I'm like moving them by putting them in my inventory and dumping them over here. Is there a better way to do this?
Not. We could put collectors on the front of the utility ships, but yeah.
By the time I'm finished taking all the ice out of this rig,
Well, if
it
you
would be
really
like
want
a
to,
million ice.
put a oh, whatchamacallit, plastic thing. What do you call it? Put a collector. Replace one of the front, okay. Okay, you got it online, cool. Now let's max it out. Ore detector. 150 range.
Put another one on like the back of the base.
Yeah. Well, it's spotted magnesium. And ice!
Lots of ice. I never would have guessed. I need steel plate.
Yeah. The other plan is, we do actually have 2 ships that are capable of mining asteroids.
You mean the
we could just
utility
get them
vehicles?
from there.
Yes.
So, Jonathan, is there a way that we can connect this mining rig directly to the main inventory thing so that I don't have to run all the way over? Okay.
Once they're broken off, you can't reconnect them.
No, what I mean is...
At least not easily.
Why?
We'd have to pick up the entire thing. We'd have to put a connector on the drills, then pick up the drills and put using some kind of aircraft and put them on.
What I mean is, instead of me walking all the way over here, why doesn't this terminal on the end actually connect to the inventory of the main base?
What exactly are you trying to do?
This one right here.
Oh, this one? Because it's not a inventory terminal.
Can we make it an inventory
No.
terminal so I don't have to walk over 100 times?
We could place
why not
one.
go into the seat?
Because the
Yeah,
seat,
the
I
seat
tried that
doesn't
too.
work either.
You fill up the control seat and then it's done. It's not connected to anything.
Is it not? I thought it was.
Can we put a terminal like next to one of these pipelines?
Yes, we can.
Because otherwise it will be, the entire rest of the session will just be me running back and forth with all this ice.
We're gonna have to disconnect this pipeline and then put a...
I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing.
It's gonna take a long time.
Let's see.
But hey, at least we collected that much ice. Because at first I thought, oh yeah, well, 50,000 ice isn't that much.
Connector.
Then I realized there's 50,000 ice in every single one of these drills. So I just
Clark,
produced
I'm doing
half
it.
a million.
Not crib, right? Good. Whew. Okay, 4 boop boop boop.
Yay!
There you go. You now have a means of accessing the base's inventory from here. Did you get the one on the rear of the base up and running?
I did.
Okay. Go ahead and max it out.
Okay.
Yeah, or detector. 75, 150. Silicon.
Yay!
And more ice.
Yeah, well, I think we have enough ice now.
Well, it found magnesium and silicon. I think we already have silicon.
Well, there's silicone over here.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Oh, here, I have an idea. And if this doesn't work, I just say we hop into the, we build a seat on one of the, utility vehicles on the outside. And then we
fly to
take
space.
those two things to space and go mine some asteroids.
Right, because otherwise this is going to take too long.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But
Going to space to get to space.
yep. Exactly. Okay. But anyway, I have an idea for what to do about this ore detector. Further extend this doodade's range. Duh. Ah! I nearly killed myself.
Nice.
I'm just putting it on a very long stick.
Right?
Okay. The components for the thing are laying on the ground over there somewhere. Or...
Inventory full.
Whee! Whee! Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah, I should open the drill's inventory before breaking it. No, can't do that.
Range.
Oh yeah, there we
150.
go.
Okay. And... Wow, we're just sitting, like, next to nothing.
I mean, there's a decent magnesium deposit.
Yeah, but it's not cobalt, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
We need this big vehicle in order to find the stuff to make the big vehicle.
We need
It's
the
a
big
never-ending
vehicle.
cycle.
Need the big vehicle to make more of the same big vehicle.
Yeah. How's your hydrogen levels?